Today I want to talk about hypertrophy or muscle building. We get lots of questions in the gym, how do we build muscle dry? How do we know how many reps to do? How heavy should we go? Where do we start? So I thought I would put together 5 sort of basic principles for you to think about when you're coming in to lift your weights. These are very basic principles, guys, but it's a good solid foundation for you to work upon and I guess build up from. To me, basics are best anyway. I've got a few main lifts that I do with my strength training. Come up to some, I've added a few accessories, get the guns pumping and stuff, but I've got a few main lifts, guys. Basics, always best. So keep it simple. The 5 principles, guys: volume, intensity, rest, tempo, and frequency. All right, volume is basically how many reps, how many sets you do. All right, when it comes to hypertrophy and building some good lean quality muscle, you want to, got to find that sort of sweet spot, guys. You want to target that nervous system slightly, but still get those reps in. So a good spot for a good little, marker is between 8 and 12 reps. All right, any less than 8 reps and you can't hit your 8, you're sort of going into that more strength phase. I'll talk about that in another video. And any more than 12, when you're going, 12 plus 5, 10 or whatever, it's probably more of an endurance sort of style of training. You don't really target that nervous system as much. All right, so the good sweet spot is between 8 and 12 reps. As far as sets go, guys, between 3 to 4 sets. Good warm-up set and 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. That's a good sweet spot for hypertrophy. Intensity, guys. There's so many ways to gauge your intensity. Today, we're going to talk about total weight that we're going to move, though, in our squat or our bench press, whatever it might be. So a good intensity is about 70% of your 1 RM. What's my 1 RM, you say? How do I find out what my 1 RM? Your 1 RM is basically your 1 rep max, all right? What you can lift for 1 rep in whatever exercise you're choosing. I'm not saying you have to go out and do that. You do not have to go and do that to gauge this, guys. Basically, if you're aiming for 8 to 12 reps, you should be really struggling between that 8 to 12. If you're struggling to even hit 8, you can't even get your 8 reps out with that weight, it's probably a little bit too heavy. If you're doing 12, you can probably do 5 or 10 more. It's way too light, guys. All right, so a good way to gauge is just make sure you're struggling in between that 8 and 12 rep range. And that's an easy way to sort of tell you're about 70%. Rest. So rest, basically, guys, the more intense your exercise is or workout, whatever it might be, the more rest you're going to need. Again, I'll talk about that longer rest periods in my strength video coming up, but this is about 70%. So this is more of a mediocre sort of intensity, 70% of your 1 RM, like I said just before. So you're looking at about 60-second rest in between each set. All right, unless you've got some other style of training going on. But remember, this is very basic. It's a good foundation, good solid foundation for you to work upon and work from when you're coming in the gym to hit your weights. All right, tempo, guys. So tempo, time under tension is essential for muscle building, okay, and hypertrophy. You don't want to go too much too soon, but basically time under tension is how long your muscle is under tension for, like coming down into your squat or up out of your squat or your bench press, whatever it might be. So a good sort of tempo, timing tempo, is 3 seconds down on the eccentric phase and 3 seconds up on the concentric phase, guys. So basically, eccentric is coming down into your squat, concentric is pressing up out of it. All right, you can pause at the bottom or the top of your squat or your bench press, a good rule of thumb, you guys, is 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. All right, remember to exhale on the effort. Frequency, guys. So frequency basically is how many times you train that body part or that pattern or routine per week. All right. For a beginner coming to the gym or a beginner just doing weights, I would tell them to try, especially for hypertrophy, I'd tell them to try and hit each body part twice per week. So you're looking at, for example, it might be upper body on a Monday, lower body on a Tuesday, and then rest Wednesday, and then upper body on a Thursday, lower body on a Friday. It's a perfect little sort of split for you. Again, there's many ways to build your muscle, guys, and manipulate things and change things, but this is just a good, solid, basic foundation for you to work from. In saying all of this, guys, no matter how good your program is, no matter who programmed it, no matter where you got it from or how you did it, attitude is everything when you're coming into the gym and working out. Attitude is everything. If you can have the best program in the world from the best coach in the world, but if your attitude stinks, your workout and your results are going to stink too. All right? Done, guys. I'll see you in the gym.